Hello and welcome to the Daily Loop. Let's get into it. Transfer bids. We do have one. I think we just sell this guy. Can't really see him being used. He hasn't been used. I just can't really see even. We haven't got the injury to the AMC yet, Dokken, but I think even if we do, we just wouldn't use an AMC at all. So I think we just sell this guy. He's just never going to play. Next thing, academy trialists. Four players had speed revealed. Okay, and long shots for the midfielder, which matters. So fine, decent. Strength revealed fifth. Really high. That's the key one we're waiting for. Slow, and decent. Again, we're not. I don't know if we're that bothered about any of these players, to be honest. I think the AMC at this point we'd like to keep around. Find out the aerial ability and the speed at least, but the rest, it's just a combination of not that good and no real need. I think the MC would be the next one. The AML, I think we're happy that we don't use an AML. So, and already looking like what's he supposed to be. These attributes for us with that speed, I think. And that passing, he could be. So I don't know. Not even sure what he's supposed to be. Coming up is the flow and the dribbling, so that kind of matters. But he can't really be the AMC, so he can only be like the ML or the MR on the attacking side. And for that particular position for us, the speed really matters, and that's a bit low. I don't know. We'll just look through what's there, what's here. He's got 60 speed, but 9 passing, 10 strength, 13, a lot of low stuff. Don't use the right back either. 20 finishing, 12 speed. Don't know much about that guy. Maybe this guy's got 60 speed. It unfortunately doesn't matter too much for this position, but maybe this guy. It's not great, to be honest, because of the 14 tackling and the 24 finishing, but he does have 58 long shots, he does have 60 vision, he has got some stuff here, so we probably will bring him in instead of, is it this guy? That I definitely just can't see us bringing up. Let's keep looking. I think the passing is just too far off. Too low tackling, passing too far off. Some real low stuff. So I'm not sure. It's got 53 passing, which is good. The speed's enough. Vision, yeah, it's okay. Tackling, yeah, it's okay. Real low finishing, real low flare, real low positioning, low aerial ability. I don't know. I think we'll pass, but maybe we'll bring him in instead of one of these other ones that we've got if we don't see anything better. And obviously ARA of 47, super high. Really high crossing control, composure, positioning. Doesn't matter, I don't think, for what kind of player he would be. Natural. We might bring him in just because the attributes are ridiculous at the moment. Tackling is too far off for him, but and then some other key stuff, marking, aerial ability. It's sort of okay. It's okay. It's fine, but it's not enough to make you want to wait that long to find out what the tackling is. Don't use DML, and the passing is too far off. I think I'm a bit more comfortable with this guy instead of this guy. This guy could potentially just be world class, whereas this guy is at best going to be average. Best case scenario be pretty much just average. So, and yeah, I think I don't really see where this striker's going, to be honest. With 47 finishing, 5 composure, it's pretty hard to go anywhere from there. So I'm happy to give him up. I think this keeper in particular, I think we don't need a keeper either, so happy to give him up. Coming up next is natural fitness and then determination. So the determination would matter, but we wouldn't be playing him all the time because we've got the other keeper. That's the thing. And then penalty saving, strength, rushing out. So the other stuff we care about is, I guess at this point, is the parrying, the handling, the agility. They're the main ones. And they're miles off as well. I'm happy to give him up, I think. And this guy, I guess, would keep. He'll keep. We're happy to give. I think I'd rather take the AMR under the wings instead of this AML at this point. So I think I can just do that one. That's pretty straightforward. And I'm not too bothered about this guy, to be honest. I think I'd rather have that MC. I'd rather have this MC. So it's just a case of versus this keeper or this striker. And that's the thing, like this striker is, there's more going for him here than this MC. I think we'll just keep these guys for now. I don't know. We really don't need a keeper. Just see if there's anything we can actually just sort of speculate on a bit. This guy's got some pretty high stuff. Coming up is the he's got a 1 crossing. That doesn't matter too much for an MC. So composure, vision matters, then work rate, then determination, then passing. Some ways off to revealing anything key, but the thing is he could be good. I'd rather be having players that would be eliminated after the next reveal, but the thing is with this guy, it's like positioning and then marking, so there's nothing really. If the dribbling is super high, let's just try and work out with this striker what needs to happen for him to be useful. So his strengths are his strength, his aerial ability, his long shots is really good. So you want him not in the box. You want him like as a deep lying forward, something like that. Which I think then means the passing and the vision is probably going to matter. Which he's already got 7 vision, which isn't great. But the passing is going to matter a lot. So I'd be waiting for that, and the dribbling is going to matter. So we'll be waiting for that, and the control is going to matter. It's a shame that the vision is so low, but I think yeah, alright, but I think there is more going for him to be able to just find something out and eliminate him. And then this guy, I don't know, it's just a hard one. He's got the really good shot stopping. So much do we care about the 12 speed, and then it's also the fact that we just don't need a keeper. And then the other thing as well, just it's natural fitness, determination, penalty saving, strength, rushing out. I mean, at least with the keepers, every attribute does kind of matter. Unlike the other players, some position, the attributes matter a lot more per position. But for keepers, they're broadly speaking, they all matter. So you are always finding out a useful piece of information. I feel like we just need to make a mistake and move on here. No, a decision and move on. A decision to move on and a mistake and move on. Probably the same thing. Just don't really need a keeper at all. That's the thing. Unless they're unless they're better than one we have, and that's so unlikely because we were holding like 4 keepers last month at one point, knowing that we needed one. I feel like waiting forever on this guy as well. We're waiting to E to know anything, pretty much. For sure, and then in the case of this keeper, if we wait to E, we find out natural fitness, determination, penalty saving. Quite a bit. Excuse me. Right. And then there was this guy, and I guess the other option is to bring our AML back in, but I'm not quite sure what he's supposed to be, and we'd have to add a position, which I don't like those guys unless there's a possibility they could be world class. No. Then there's this guy. Might just bring this guy in, to be honest. I don't think he'll make it through, but at least go out, find out the control. Yeah, we don't find out a lot that matters soon. We've already got 2 MCs as well. Yeah, I'd rather speculate on this guy. Alright, let's just do it. I'm going to speculate on him. Okay. Positions wise, what we really need, I think, coming through is an AMC and a DMC. But yeah, that guy's just not going to be good enough, and we've got to wait too long to find stuff out, I think. So, alright, so let's go to the scouted players. Oh, a little bunch of keepers here. And left backs. Just don't use left backs, so he's a pretty decent one though, and it's a good price. Man, if you did use them, like, he's pretty decent pickup. Very well rounded. It's 14k. A bit old for us and whatever for our timeline, but this is exactly why, no matter what division you're in, it's always worth checking. He's very solid. I think for that kind of price and whatever, it's very good. Solid player. Right, moving on. 7 speed, 17 speed, 2 speed. Right, 55 speed, 59 tackling, only 21 marking, but 50 aerial ability, 61 passing, only 18 control, only 17 determination, 64 ceiling. It's going to get +4 or +3 marking. You're probably going to pick this option, so you're going to get +4 marking, +5 aerial ability. So he's pretty good. This is his first training option, but the thing is, we just don't need DC for our youth team. That's the thing. but he's pretty good. Which one was it? This one, yeah. And he's got 61 passing. He's pretty good. We just don't need a DC. Like for our youth team, for example, we've already got this guy here on the bench who's, you know, not a million. Like, he's obviously not as good as the guy we just checked, but by the time he's got this first round of training boost applied, he might be up there. Right, this guy. I don't think we'd use him as a DC because he's of the poor aerial ability, that not particularly fast and whatever. So it's definitely being assessed as a DM. As a DM, I think the passing vision is just too low for us because we want a deep line playmaker, and he's a bit old for us. Gosh, more DCs. He's not as good as the other 17-year-old we're mulling over, I don't think. 38 tackling. Pretty decent, but good in the air. I think for our DC roles though, we need him to either be fast or really good at marking or exceptional at tackling, and ideally good at passing and vision. So I don't think he quite ticks the boxes we need. We do need another DC though, but we need one that's an upgrade over our... He's very similar to the one we're running as our fourth choice at the moment. We need an upgrade over that player. Similar sort of issue. This guy just isn't either fast or good in... it's not good enough in the air either. His marking is too low. Just similar sort of issues. And this... right, okay. Too low tackling. Don't use right backs, so we can cruise through them. Don't use left wing back. I think just have 5 endurance, 1 natural fitness, and 5 is just gonna be very hard to develop this guy up ever. I think he does have a 70 ceiling though. Ugh, jeepers. Had any of his training boosts applied yet? No. What will he get? +4 tackling, +4 passing, +6 speed, +5 endurance. Whew. If we go to our youth squad, yeah, I mean 70 ceiling is pretty good, I gotta say. Out of our graduates, you can sort of see here that, what did they get, like 63, 60, so 69. So that's the thing to think about, and we can just put him on the bench instead of this guy. So he can come off the bench, we can make it work, basically. I think we might buy him. What's he cost? I don't know, it's pretty hard to pass up that kind of... It's a bit weird because he's like perpetual bench player for sure, but that's the thing. It's like other than the, I mean, the control's an issue for our deep line playmaker, but holy gee, she's so good. Other than those things, and that's probably why he's ended up not graduating from somebody's trial, but I think we get him because we can make it work. That's the thing. So I think we're going to get him. We got a spot on the bench. At the moment we can get him a bunch of appearances off the bench instead of the other guy, and I think he's a better investment off the bench than the other guy. And he's 216k. We could bid, no one will probably outbid us, but the problem is that this applies tonight, and we well, hold on, the A option will be applied, and that's the one that we want, so that's okay. I don't know if it's worth messing about to save. Well, it's going to be 100k, seriously don't know whether anyone would outbid us or not. Let's look through the rest of the players first. We're up to here, TMR. Just not enough passing. Not enough passing and vision. Same issue, same issue, same issue. Too old. I think not quite good enough for the age on the whole. Not enough passing, not enough passing. Too old. Too old. Too old. Don't use AMLs. Too old. But probably a clear upgrade over the AMC we're running. Much more clinical goal scorer, which is what we want. I mean, just getting this guy would just help us so much. And he's not even that good, really. It's okay. I'm not saying he's not good. Just saying he's not. The 11 endurance is going to be an issue because they need to be subbed off every match. You get to half time, probably go back up above 80, and then you probably need to sub off around the 60-minute mark every single match. But yeah, I think we're just not going to do it because we want to develop players up and move towards the future. And I think we're going to get promoted this season without him, so that's fine. Don't use AMRs. And then with the strikers, I think just not enough finishing composure. We need a clinical finisher. This guy's very well rounded, I've got to say. Between that speed, that strength, that aerial ability, composure, finishing, long shots, decent. He's very well rounded. But a bit old, a bit on the old side. We could roll with it if he was exactly what we needed, but I think what we need is someone really clinical, and he's not that. He's just really well rounded. Right, just not good enough at finishing. Another quite well-rounded striker, but not as well-rounded as the other one. If we're going to get one, we'll definitely get the other guy. I mean, the other guy is cheaper, but this guy's cheaper, sorry. Right, so I think it's just that DMC. Honestly, I feel like it's so weird because he's destined to never be anything except a substitute. There's a very weird set of factors with this guy. I mean, yeah, the control is low for a deep line playmaker, but ultimately we can make that work. He's got a very good. The marking looks like it might be capped out at 50, which isn't great, but yeah, whatever. We could. But it's such a good boost, this one here, which is sort of a bit of a tell sign of what might be to come with that massive discrepancy between 37 and 70. I mean, that's a huge, right? That's 33. It's like you could say, potential-wise, every single one of these attributes could, on average, be 33 attribute points higher. It's just crazy. And you can. I think we've just got to get him because I think we do. Just yeah, let's just do it. I think we just got to do it. So the potential upside here is just 2. Even if he basically can only ever be a substitute player, it's a DMC is a pretty useful sort of position to have on the substitutes bench anyway. Even if you don't, and particularly if you don't use a DMC in your tactic, it's a very good change to make to generally stabilize things and hold a lead and stuff like that. So very useful position. More useful than something like an AMC, because if you're chasing a lead and you need a goal or whatever, then yeah, you could say bringing on an AMC is going to help, but typically speaking in that situation you would want to be bringing on a striker, not an AMC. So DMC in particular, very, very useful tactically as an option to have off the bench. So now we basically have this guy who's on 90k wages. So yeah, it's just, do we just sell this guy at this point, or do we wait for the bid? For a bid. Oh, we'll make that decision after. For now, which we probably should have done before we bought that player, because we haven't checked the auctions yet. So let's check the auctions. I'll just do it by position. I'm honestly like, oh, very good shot stopping. But we're just not going to buy very good keepers there, but we're just not going to buy one because we don't. Let's sort it by age actually, because we're not going to pay a crazy amount of money for a player who's super old. See, our DMC is way better than this guy, I believe. But oh, this guy's also got one endurance. I mean, the guy that we just got, I think, is better. Right, so we're just checking the passing and the vision mainly, and then when that hits at a potential threshold for the age like this guy, then we're going to check all the goal scoring attributes and then the tackling, just to see if they're suited to the AMC or DMC roles. It's a pretty quick way to scan through this list for us. So maybe this guy. Oh, but he's 13 million. 13.5 million. I think that's just beyond us financially. I think this is, we would have got him if he was, well, if we could afford him basically, with a bit of cash left and whatever for the rest of the month to scout for bargains, which I think means we'll be looking around the sort of 8 million mark before signing fee and before wages and stuff. So this is just way beyond us. But I think this is, so yeah, he's not perfect for us still, but we never will find the perfect guy because we've got too many attributes. But the thing is, it's enough. Like the control would ideally be higher, the dribbling would ideally be higher. Ideally, he'd be a more clinical goal scorer. Ideally, the vision would be higher. And ideally, the aerial ability will be higher, and the flair and the strength. Basically, I mean, there's so many attributes. But I think he's just a massive upgrade over what we've got, I believe. In particular, with the goal scoring stuff, we're sort of saying finishing long shots composer 68, 69, 67. If we compare that to what we've got now, it's so the long shots is a bit higher than what we've got, but most of the problem is not the long shots. It's the more close to range finishes that we want to score consistently, and the other guy's got 2 high 60s as opposed to 59 and 37. So he definitely, but anyway, he's just too expensive for us, which is shame. Where was he? Is it this guy? Nope. It's this guy. So we keep looking. Interestingly, maybe this guy, but I think not quite. Just the finishing and the composure is not quite there in the long shots. Just think he's not really an upgrade goal scoring wise over what we've got. Oh, wait up. Long guy. This guy. The long shots is low. The finishing and composure. The long shots is low for sure. The aerial ability is low for sure. The finishing composure is an upgrade, but ideally it would be higher. Okay, training options. Maybe we have to add the position. Not sure it's much of an upgrade over what we got now, to be honest. Yeah, the guy we got now is 77 speed as well. I think he's not an upgrade over what we got now on the whole. Plus we have to add the position, which we really don't want to do. So moving on. This guy. It's a bit expensive, and he's a bit slow. A bit slow again. Finishing composure too low. I think the finishing composure too low. Finishing composure too low. Finishing too low. Gosh, too expensive. But we're thinking about it. Like we're thinking stuff is too low, and then we saw the 91 speed, and it's like, well, hang on a second. Let's reassess everything with that world-class speed. But the thing is just too expensive for us, and kind of like this guy. Control's a bit low, but I kind of like this guy as a deep line playmaker, to be honest. His tackling is a bit low, but I kind of like him. The issue, which we would get if this was the #1 priority, but as soon as we get him, we'd never be able to afford the AMC, which is the thing that we really, really need. So we'll just focus on that. I mean, maybe this guy, but he doesn't have it all for us. I think in particular, the strength is low and the control is low. But maybe I think the ability, the fact that if he ever breaks through a tackle, it's just going to lead to some very great situation. It makes the strength more valuable than we'd think. It's probably more valuable than dribbling, actually. Dribbling's still very valuable, by the way. Finishing composure, long shots. This guy's, yeah, he's okay. Bit on, it's fine. I mean, it just with really high wages and stuff. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I've seen. All right, we're a bit old now. So yep, okay, that's it for the daily roundup. Thanks for watching. We did pick up a guy, so that's good. Oh, we got the training options actually. Only a few today. Yeah, so let's check these training options. I think just before, when I'm saying these auctions list players, they're not good enough per se. Plenty of them are plenty good enough. It's just for the price matters, right? For us, we can only get one player for the whole season, and potentially for the whole next X seasons here as well from this list. So they've got to be good enough for us to want to commit to that. I mean, obviously we could end up selling the player or whatever, but yeah, we're just much more picky about it. If a lot of these players are in our scouting pool and for much cheaper prices, we would be happy with a lot of them. Let's be clear here. So with the training options, it's an interesting one. It's not that clear cut. So the control we care a bit about, positioning we care, marking we care, flair not so much, work rate. He actually gets up and back in our tactic for the youth team, so it matters quite a bit. I would say it's probably this one, mostly because of the work rate, to be honest, because that actually does matter quite a bit for our tactic, for our youth team. Ben Yusuf. So we're talking about 1 strength versus 2 positioning, 1 control and 2 long shots. It's probably that. Letty, right. 1 speed, 2 extra strength versus just 1. Yeah, it's going to be this 1 control. So 1 dribbling, 1 movement, 1 flair versus 2 marking. It's probably just the 2 marking. Right. So that's that. Alright, cheers. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you for the next episodes.